So continuing with the previous session, today we will discuss a program to find the sum and average of integers in a given array. Okay, so I'll tell you the logic. So let us take an array with the three elements, a one-dimensional array with the three elements. So let us take it as 10, 20, 30. The index is 0, 1, 2. So here we are taking a variable sum which will be initialized to 0 initially, and then we are writing sum is equal to sum plus a of 0. Okay. So for sum we are adding a of 0, that is the first element of array. So this is sum is 0 plus a of 0 is 10. So our result in sum will be 10. Next we are writing, so next we have to add the next element which is there in a of 1. So we'll be writing sum is equal to sum plus a of 1 which is equal to, so previous sum value is 10, so 10 plus a of 1, that is 20. So our answer will be 30. So 30 will be stored in sum. Next sum is equal to sum plus, we have to add the next element which is there in a of 0, a of 2, that is 30. So we'll be writing sum plus a of 2. So previous sum value is 30. So 30 plus 30 is equal to 60. Okay. So in general, I can write it as sum is equal to sum plus a of I. So this I can take value 0. So it can take value 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. So it can take value from 0, okay, till it can take it 2. So here the number of value is n is equal to 3. Okay, the size we are taking n is equal to 3. So I can write it as I can have the value less than n. So n is 3. So I can take 0, 1, 2 less than 3. Let's go through the program. So here we are taking variable sum is equal to 0. Enter the number of elements. So we can take n is equal to 3 elements. Okay, same previous example, I can take 10, 20 and 30 with the elements 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so here I is equal to 0, I less than 3. So we are storing the data in the array. So individually, we already discussed, we are using for loop for reading the elements of the array. So individually, we are reading the elements of the array, that is during runtime. Next, this is a logic that we use for calculating the sum. Okay, so I can take the value starting from 0. It can have value less than n. So this is the logic we discussed for calculating the sum. Next, for calculating average, we are using sum divided by n, which will be converted into floating. Okay, then display the sum value and average value. So this is a sample output. Sum is equal to 60, average is 20 points since it is converted into float. Next, in this program, we are reading an integer and display the sum of even and odd. So you have to sum of even and odd integer. So for storing even sum, we are using a variable even. Okay, let me take an array 1 with the value 1, 2 and 3. So if these are my values, so for storing even sum, we are taking even variable and another variable odd for storing the sum of odd numbers. So in this example, so 1 and 3 is odd. So here the value that we are supposed to get is 4 and we have only one even value, even data. So that will be stored in 2. Okay, so enter the number of elements. Let me take it as 3. Enter the elements. So this is a for loop for reading the array elements. Now this is a logic that we are going to use for calculating the sum of even and odd. Okay, so we are reading each and every element of the array till I value is less than 3. So these 3 values we are going to read, and this is a logic that we are using to check whether the elements in the array is even or odd. So you can tell a number is even or odd, or an integer is even or odd if the number is divisible by 2, if it is completely divisible by 2 and it doesn't if it leaves a remainder 0, then we can tell that it is a even. And if a number is divisible by 2 and it doesn't leave the remainder 0, then we can tell it is a odd number. For example, if I take 1% to 1 mod 2, then the remainder is 1. So if I take 2 mod 2, okay, I try to divide 2 by 2. Okay, so 2 is completely divisible by 2, so you will get the remainder 0. Again, the 3 is not completely divisible by 2, you get the remainder 1. Okay, so in first a of 0, it is 1, 1% 2, you get the answer as, here you get the answer as, it is not divisible by 2, you get it as 1, 1 equal to 0. So you get it here 1, 1 equal to 0, condition fails. So you go for the else part. Odd is equal to odd plus a of 5. So initial value of odd is 0. 0 plus a of 5 is 1. So you're going to store 1 here. Next, I will get incremented. I will become 2. Next, check a of 2. A of 2 will be having 2. 2 percentage 2 is 0. So 0 is equal to 0. Yes, it is, condition is true. So you go for this even, this statement, even is equal to even of a of I. What is even? Even initially it is 0. A of I, a of 2, it is value is 2. A of 2 value, sorry, a of 1, it is 2. So 0 plus 2 will be 2. Next, again increment the value of I will become 2. Check the condition, 2 is less than 3. Yes. Next, a of 2, a of 2 percentage 3, a of 2 is 3. 3 percentage 2, you get it as 1. 1 is equal to 0. No, condition fails. So you go for the else part. Odd is equal to odd plus a of 5. What is the previous value of odd? 1. So 1 plus a of I, it is a of I is 3. So you get it as 4. Okay. So finally, the I value get incremented to 3. 3 is less than 3. Condition fails. So even you are going to store 2, and in odd variable you are going to store 4. Then display the result. Display the result, even and odd. So you can see here, sum of even integer is 2, sum of odd integer is 4. Next, this is a program to find largest and biggest of n numbers using array. So, and one more program is to find the sum of two one-dimensional arrays and store the result in another array. So these two programs, already I have made a video and uploaded in Moodle. Go through this program. So the next topic is searching technique. Okay. So we have several searching techniques in C. So we'll be discussing two such techniques. So these are the two important searching techniques which is used to search an element in an array. Okay, if you want to search a particular element in array, so these are the two important techniques: linear search and binary search. So binary search topic we'll be studying in the lab experiments. So this I'll not be discussing now because you'll be studying in lab program. So we will go through the first one, linear search. So what is linear search? So linear search in C is used to find whether a number is present in an array. Okay, now to check whether a particular element is present in an array. So that particular number we call it as a key. Okay, so this linear search, it is also called as a sequential search. We compare each element with the element to search until we find it, or we end the list. So we'll be searching key with every element in an array till we find that key element in the array, or till we reach the end of the array. So let us take an example. So let us take a simple array. 10, 20, 30. Okay. So number of elements n is equal to 3. So read the elements of the array. Okay. Now we are declaring a variable key. So this key is nothing but the element or item to be searched. Okay, so item to be searched is stored in the element in the variable key. Okay, so assume that I want to search the element 30. Okay, I want to search the element 30, which we store it in the variable key. Okay, I want to search in this array whether this 30 is there in this array or not. Okay, if 30 is found in this array, then you have to display yes, 30 is found. If it is not there in this array, then you have to display the element is not in the array. Okay. So we are searching from I is equal to 0 till I less than 3. Okay, so we are starting from the first element of the array till we reach the end of the array, we will be searching the array. Okay, now this is a comparison. We are comparing first initially, your I value is 0, 0 is less than 3, yes, true it is. 330, your key is 30. 30 is equal to a of 0. What is a of 0? It is 10. Whether 30 is equal to 10? No. Condition fails. So you will not go to the, if you increment the value of I will become now 1. 1 is less than 3. Yes, condition is true. Okay. Next, your key is 30. A of 1. A of 1 is what? 20. You are comparing 30 with 20. Okay, so your key is the element that you want to search is 30. You are comparing with that next element. Okay, so 30 is equal to 20. Again, the condition fails. So it will come out of the statement, increment the value of I will become 2. 2 is less than 3. Yes, true. Next, compare key with A of 2. What is A of 2? It is 30. So 30 equal to 30. Yes, we have found the element 30. So key is found in the array. So 30 is equal to 30, condition is true. So you go and you enter the if statement and display search successful. Okay, so you can see here, enter the item to be searched is 30 and display search successful. So exit 0 will come out of the will terminate the program. Okay, you will end the program after that. So once you find the element in the array, so you terminate the program. So same way you can take one more example array and trace the program. So next one